As far as I can remember, it's been a while since I've done a Q&A. I know that those are kind of played out on YouTube, but honestly, I really love doing them. It's a chance for me to connect with you all, and it's just really fun. So I thought, since, you know, some events have happened in my life recently, if you missed it, check it out. I would check in with you all and just sort of see what you want to know, sit down, have a little chit chat. If it wasn't 1:41 p.m., I would pour a glass of wine to have with you, but you know, I mean, I could, but I won't. Or will I? I have things to do after this, but you know how a Q&A works, whatever, let's get into it. The kind of most common question that I have seen while browsing through all of these is, how do you feel after coming out? And I saw that and I was like, I guess I kind of need to think about that. I feel equally relieved and excited and exhilarated, and also like exactly the same. But I do feel really good knowing that my full self is out there. It's something that I've always known about myself. I've had to like obviously figure it out, but it's just like another part of me that now the world knows about. So that's really exciting. And also just the response has been so incredible and so just like welcoming and warm. I got so many messages of people being like, welcome to the community, welcome to the family, and it just meant so much. It was so exhilarating. And also it just was really validating to hear that so many of you have had the exact same feelings about coming out and about your sexuality, and just that you're in more of a heteronormative relationship, so it feels kind of like, what's the point? I did get a few messages here and there that were like, you're going to hell, or why would you feel the need to share this, who cares, blah blah blah. But I'm glad that I came out. I'm glad that I showed my true self, because the more I'm learning about bisexuality and just everything that comes along with that, I'm learning about bi erasure, and people telling me that I need to just not talk about it because I'm in a relationship with a guy is quite literally bi erasure. I mean, it's literally trying to erase that part of me, and I'm not down for that. So I'm gonna say it loud and proud, and I'm so thankful for all of you who have shown me so much love on that video. That really means a lot. But yeah, to answer the question in one sentence, I feel pretty much the same, but also really happy. Wow, we're just jumping right into the heavy hitters. Someone said, why are you atheist? I find that it's interesting. You get such an intense reaction sometimes when you say you're atheist, and you don't really get an intense reaction when you say you're religious. So it's weird that that reaction happens when it's just you saying like, I'm not religious, I don't believe in God. I don't know if atheist is the right term. It's just kind of like the go-to for me. I mean, you could say agnostic, whatever, because I guess none of us really know. I sort of talked about this in a past video. I probably filmed it like a year ago. I grew up in a really religious setting. It was kind of unintentionally forced upon me, and I was really heavily involved in like church culture. I might do a video about that someday, I don't know. But I was in like youth group, I was in youth choir, I was like heavily involved as a preteen to teenager in my like church's youth program. I idolized the youth pastors, I idolized the people who were good Christians. I was forced to attend like small groups of people who would like pray over me and stuff when I would do things wrong, or when I was having like mental health crises in high school. I was treated like I was like this problematic, like there was something wrong with me that needed to be fixed. That doesn't have anything to do with like my beliefs around it. That wasn't helpful. I desperately tried to feel what everyone else was feeling, as far as like feeling some sort of connection or some sort of like voice that was guiding me. I like literally felt nothing. I tried so hard for so many years, and I've just never felt that. But I mean, being truthfully honest, like 100% transparent, there are times when, like, for example, I've been stuck in a tornado and I found myself like praying. I think it's just like a last ditch effort type of thing. So yeah, it's okay to like not know exactly where you stand. I think a lot of my experience growing up was like you were scared into believing in this thing, because if you didn't believe it, then like all these bad things were gonna happen to you. So I don't know, it's weird being asked why are you, but I just am. Somebody said, are you happy? I mean, I'm as happy as I can be in the current situation. You know, my mental health has definitely been on a roller coaster ride, along with everyone else's, I'm sure, over the last year or so, and I've already sort of struggled with various mental health issues. It's so hard to see what's going on in the world at the moment with the pandemic, and just the amount of like loss and sadness and pain and hurt. Racial injustices occurring on Asian American people, anti-Semitic attacks, racism against Black people and other people of color, Indigenous people, etc. It's really hard to like see all of that and like be happy, but I mean, for the most part, I'm trying my best, I could say. Could you picture moving into another country? Yes. It's easy to say yes. It's something we've talked about. We've talked about maybe like spending a year in Japan or the UK, or even like outside of the continental US, like Hawaii or something. But there's a lot of factors that go into all of those things. Number one, emigrating to another country is obviously like, it requires a lot of paperwork. It's difficult. Number two, there is like the topic of colonization, gentrification, etc. And then also like jobs, being able to find like a job for both of us to do while we do that. And then we also have pets. So this would be like in a post-pets world, which is very sad, but we do have 2 senior animals. So I don't know. It's something we've thought about, but probably for the time being, it would just be more of like a visiting kind of thing, because it's harder and harder to move. I feel like the older you get and the more stuff you accumulate. So for us, like, maybe, but probably just visiting for now. Will you and Drew ever move to Nashville together? I don't know if I've ever addressed this. Like, it's something that we get asked about quite a lot because I'm from Nashville part-time. It's kind of confusing because now I've spent, I believe, more years of my life in Arizona than Tennessee. I want to say I've spent, let's see, I'm 33, so I want to say 17 of those years I spent in Nashville, and then the other, however many is after that, 16 or something. So maybe it's like almost exactly even. I've lived a lot of my life in Tennessee, and you know, my dad still lives there, my best friend still lives there. Interestingly enough though, 3 of my closest best friends from Nashville live in LA. So like when I'm out in LA, I feel like more at home anyways, because they're like that piece of home for me. So when I go back to Nashville, there's really not much left. Also, I'm being 100% honest here. I don't want to run into like exes and their moms at the grocery store, or like their siblings. I'm not trying to like have run-ins like that. I don't know. I've made story times about that. It's just, I'm not trying to do that. So as nice as it would be, I love it there and it will always, always, always be home for me. I just don't know if I'd ever actually live there again. I get these questions a lot, like on my vlog channel, on my main channel, and I guess I get the interest because he's in my videos, but it's just so bizarre because he's not a YouTuber. He's not like a character in a TV show. He's just like a person living his life. But I get this question pretty frequently, and it's, what does Drew do for a living? And like, without giving it away, he has like a 9-to-5 job. Or an 8 to 4:30, whatever. He works for a financial institution. It's actually the same one that he worked for when we lived here before. It's from home, which is really nice at the moment. But yeah, it's interesting because I get so many questions. I get DMs. I've had people email my business email before asking, what does your boyfriend do for a living? And it's just, it's so weird to me. I don't know, it's just like he just has like a normal job. Has your body changed much since COVID began, and how are you sincerely feeling about that? Wow, I need to do a whole video about this. My body has changed quite a lot. I've been a lot more sedentary, obviously. I haven't left my house really. We've been pretty extreme as far as lockdown goes for the last year. So although I am trying to implement exercise, it can be hard to find the motivation. And you know, I've gained weight, I'm not gonna lie, and it's been shitty. Like, I don't know how to like put it plainly without sounding bad, but it's like, yeah, no, I don't enjoy it. It's not fun to watch your body change and feel like you don't recognize yourself. To have like the platform that I do and talk about body neutrality, body confidence, self-love, etc., it can feel hypocritical sometimes to like be in these like low points of the journey where you feel that you're ugly, or you want to lose weight, or you potentially want to diet. And I'm just being 100% with you. Like, it's something I still struggle with. I have ups and downs for sure. It's been a lot more challenging during this season of life, but I'm trying to deal with it in the best way I can, you know, taking my own advice, like taking time away from focusing on my body when I need to. Taking time off of Instagram, honestly, has been like a huge help for me, which is weird because I follow mostly body positive, like very fat positive, very self-acceptance, self-love accounts. Like, I don't follow anyone who diets, but sometimes it's just like hearing everyone talk about their body 24/7 like can be draining for me. So taking breaks has been incredibly helpful, and I'm just doing the best I can, and so are you, and we're all doing great. If you woke up today and you survived, then you are doing wonderfully during this pandemic. Everything else can be dealt with. I love this question. Which Taylor Swift album re-recording are you most looking forward to? 100% Red. I mean, come on. Red is still probably my #1 favorite Taylor Swift album, and I don't know if it's necessarily just because of All Too Well, because there are other songs on the album that like they're not like all-time faves for me, but just the power that Red has is immeasurable. I just cannot wait for the moment that I hear All Too Well as a re-recorded version from Taylor now. And I mean, let's just all take a moment, send thoughts and prayers, do like a vigil, let's burn some candles, whatever we have to do to get that 10-minute version of All Too Well. It's all I want in life. But yeah, Red by far. I mean, I just listened to Love Story last night. By the time I'm recording this video, Love Story was just released at midnight last night, and I already love it. I feel so nostalgic, so I'm really looking forward to it. Are you buying a house in Arizona? I got a couple questions about this. Like, are we gonna buy a house next? It's time to buy a house. I get a lot of comments like that because, you know, we've had some pretty bad luck with rentals. It's just the way it goes sometimes. But to be honest, with the way our lives are right now, with just not really being entirely certain like where we want to go, where we want to live permanently, you know, like uprooting our lives, moving back and forth every year, like has been a lot. So unless we're like 100% certain that we want to put roots down somewhere and stay there like forever, then I don't really see the point in buying a house at the moment. I mean, some people would argue that like just throwing your money away on rent every year or every month is a waste, and I agree, but at the same time, like moving into this house in particular has been a huge eye-opening lesson, because since we've moved into this place, there have been electrical mishaps. The oven like exploded and stopped working. The entire AC had to be replaced. The irrigation in the backyard is completely shot and totally messed up. So many other things, like I literally can't think of all of it. There have been so many things that have just like needed fixing in this house, and it's a huge eye-opening thing to realize like, oh my gosh, I'm just calling my landlord right now and she's coming to fix all of this. It's not on my dime. I don't have to figure out how to hire an electrician to come rewire the entire house, or have to rewire something on the outside of the house, or have to completely redo the irrigation in the backyard, or replace the entire AC system, or cut an entire tree down after it falls down on the neighbor's house during a storm, and like how to deal with that. You know, it's just like, I don't know if I'm like really in a place where I want to deal with that at the moment, and I know Drew isn't either, so we're kind of just both like, yeah, maybe we'll just be renters for a little while until we figure it out. There's also nothing wrong with that. I know it's very expected of people to like settle down, buy a house, get married, have kids, etc. And like, I've just never been like that. Would we ever buy a house here, maybe as like an investment property or something like that? Sure, but if we were interested in it being like a really time-consuming and like money-consuming thing. I kind of wanted to answer this because there were similar questions that were related to it, and this one particularly says, how do you cope with seeing friends and family live like COVID isn't real? It's been stressful to say the least, and just disappointing, and seeing a lot of people that like we love and care about just acting like it's not happening, going to like massive gatherings, not wearing masks, etc. And it's like something that I think a lot of us are gonna have to deal with in like a hopefully post-pandemic world, Panasonic, panoramic, whatever you want to call it. I don't want to get demonetized. Something we're gonna have to start dealing with. You know, there's a lot of trust issues that have happened. You lose trust in that person because you're just like, how could you be this way? Having to navigate that is hard. It's definitely a hard thing. I wish I had like a poignant answer for that, but it fucking sucks. It's really disappointing. What's the least woke thing someone has said since you came out, XOXO? I mean, I have had some comments that are just like, maybe keep it to yourself type of thing. Luckily, and I have a lot of privilege in the fact that I'm 33 years old, I'm financially independent, I don't rely on anyone, I'm in a safe living situation, so I don't have to worry about like homophobic relatives and like the effect that that might have on my life. I mean, I've had some people just not say anything. I've had like friends not say anything, and that is a little kind of like, ooh, what are your real feelings about this? But it's just what other people do with the information I give them is not my responsibility. It's on them to figure out. So I'm just gonna be me, and if they want to stick around and be down with that, then that's cool, and if not, then there's the door. I almost went that way, but it's that way. How is your pup's leg doing? This is the sweetest comment ever. She is doing so much better. We're almost up to a year post-surgery. If you don't watch my vlog channel, my dog Layla is going on 11 years old this year. No, I'm not okay. 10 years old. She's gonna be 10 this year. Actually, Her birthday is like in 2 days. Oh my god, okay, gotta plan a party. But she's an older dog, and last year she tore her ACL and meniscus while trying to jump up on our bed. It was like this freak accident type of thing, and it was really traumatic for all of us involved. She did have surgery. I don't know why people just glaze over this surgery, because it's a very, very, very common injury, and I see so many people that are like, our dog tore her ACL and had surgery, no big deal, and it was like, it took over my life for like 2 months. She's doing so well. She's like hopping around, she's running, which scares the hell out of me. She's doing really well for an old dog. It seems that she's a lot more comfortable. I mean, she definitely like doesn't like to sit on it in certain ways, and she has like a metal knee now, basically like a metal plate in her leg. So I'm sure it's not the most comfortable thing in the entire world, but she's doing so much better. We walk her every single day, and we can't take her too far, but she's doing really well. Thank you for asking. That's really sweet. Controversial Disneyland opinion. Ooh, I like this. My controversial, the food isn't that good. I'm sorry. There are some things that I enjoy that are nostalgic, like a churro or a Mickey pretzel or a beignet or whatever, but like honestly, the hype around Disney food is just, to me it's like way too much. Oh my god. Please don't come for me, Disney babies. Also, the kid rides are really fun. I really enjoy like The Little Mermaid, Peter Pan, love Alice in Wonderland, like Storybook. We have a great time going on kid rides. Like I really kind of miss that part of it. Some people are like, gotta go on the craziest rides, bro. And like, I don't know, those have like really long lines, and we have our rides that we want to go on every time, but yeah. And also I prefer California Adventure because you can drink there. So there you have it. Do you listen to Phoebe Bridgers? I am bisexual, so yes. Yes. Who are your favorite Peloton instructors? Ooh, that's a good question. Okay, so my ultimate favorite is Tunde, but she is way too in shape for me. I literally can't keep up with her. She is an actual beast, and I literally worship her. So I love Tunde. She's one of my favorites. I also love Ali Love. I love Hannah. I like Cody Rigsby. I typically gravitate towards women instructors. It's just kind of like more what I'm into, but those are probably like my top 4. Okay, this has been going on forever. I'll end it with this. What have you guys been doing to keep in touch with friends? Is AZ buzzing with social activity? Oh boy, do I have tea for you. Arizona has been open, like fully open, since I believe May 1st. So it's been almost a year. There was barely a lockdown here. When we moved back, we were literally in shock because we came from LA. We're like, yeah, sure, influencers are having parties, and it's like very confusing, the lockdown rules over there. It's like, stay home, but definitely don't stay home. But here it's just like, just go live your life. Restaurants packed, malls packed, going to the river completely packed. Like everything is just as if nothing is going on here, which is really bizarre. There's a lot of like anti-maskers here. I'm not speaking for the whole, but just based off of what we'd seen. And then probably back in November, we decided to just completely fully lock down again because it's too much. So our social life has been non-existent. We've had, I believe, 3 or 4 social interactions since we moved back to Arizona last July. So we've been to our friend's house. We swam in their pool on opposite ends of the pool one time. They came and sat in our backyard one time. We went to Joshua Tree with some friends back in November, like early November, but we quarantined before, tested, and then quarantined after. And then right around then the cases started getting bad, so we just completely locked down. And we're also having friends over tonight in the backyard, same thing, like outside, socially distanced, etc. So yeah, that's 4 times that we've seen people throughout this pandemic that aren't my mom. So things aren't going that well, but fingers crossed that we will all get that sweet vaccine soon, and then we can hopefully start to resume some semblance of normalcy again. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. You can also turn on my post notifications if you want to be notified every time I post a new video. This was really fun to do. I'm glad that we got to catch up, and hopefully you like poured yourself a drink or a LaCroix or made a snack or something like that and felt like you got to hang out with a friend. I love you all very much. Thank you so much for your support and for always sending in such amazing questions and just for loving and supporting me. It just really means the world, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.